Hey guys, it's Stephanie here with the FlowerFanatic. So I want to get on here real quick and give you a little update of my Incrediball Hydrangea. It's absolutely incredible. It lives up to its name, pun intended. It's actually very incredible. But a little history behind this hydrangea. I planted it about 3 years ago. I did a video on it about a year ago, and a lot has changed since then. And I've learned quite a bit about this hydrangea, especially in my climate, where it sits. So I'm going to show you what it looks like first, and then I'll give you a few tips and suggestions on planting this beautiful hydrangea. And I know you'll have success because if it can do super well where I live, zone 6B climate in a desert, super hot, it hits 100 degrees here, and it's even along a wall on the west facing side of my house. You can definitely grow it where you live. So let's take a look at it real quick. Look at this masterpiece. I want to give you an idea of how big this is. So I'm a fairly tall person, and it's probably 2 of my hands. It is absolutely stunning, and they are just really loaded. Look at right down here. I measured it. It's 4 feet tall by 4 feet wide, and this grew this big. This is the 3rd year that it's in the ground, so it's getting really nice and tall and big. It really took off this year, this 3rd year. And then in the spring, all I did was prune it down to about 15 inches, cut every single stem down. It grows on new wood, and so you're not cutting off any blooms. The other thing I did was I put some mulch down this year. I didn't do that in my previous video. That's really helped with the moisture, and then I added some plant tone granule fertilizer. That is it. Yesterday I took a video of my hydrangeas, and they were just wilting and drooping like crazy. So I thought this was a heat issue. I thought that if it got above 90 to 95 degrees, they just wilt automatically. But it turns out they just needed more water. So this morning I gave them a little bit more water, and they handled the heat just fine. It was pretty amazing because once the shade started to take over and the temperatures kind of cooled down in the evening time, they plumped right up without even watering them. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. I just wanted to give you a few more details. Right here, it's a little bit of a microclimate because of this west-facing wall. But right here, you can see I have a massive willow tree, and so it does provide a lot more shade on the west side. These hydrangeas get sunlight from 1 in the afternoon to about 4:30. So it's only about 3.5 hours, but it's that late afternoon intense heat. So it goes a little bit further. This will stay like this all the way until fall, and in fall it will turn lime green, but I never get any burning just as long as I keep it nice and moist and don't let them dry out. And if they do, like I said, start to droop a little bit when it gets hot in the sun, they'll perk right up, and just give them a little bit more water. One last thing, if your summers are a little bit more mild and the temperatures don't get super hot, and especially if you have humidity, they can tolerate full sun. And ideally the morning sun until about 1 to 2 in the afternoon in hotter climates is awesome. But because I have this shade tree, it works. But if you don't have a shade tree, I would not recommend putting them on the west side. If you are wanting something that is a little bit more sun tolerant, go ahead and plant the paniculatas. A few varieties that I'd recommend are the Pinky Winky, the Limelight, the Strawberry Sundae. There's so many out there, and those also bloom on new wood. So kind of figure out what your environment is like. There are microclimates all throughout your yard, so keep that into consideration because this brick definitely makes it a little bit hotter. I hope you guys like this video. Consider subscribing, and have a great day gardening. We'll talk to you later. Bye.